just taking a sexton for the Germans is weird. For them to even have it operational is even weirder. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I'm currently covering a Patreon replay. This is a replay by an awesome patron. Thank you so much for your support, and if you want to support me further, of course, watching the video, like, subscribing, and checking out my Discord, other stuff like that definitely helps, as well as my Patreon, so you know, there's that. Who do we have with us today on this strategic Zoom game on Red Ball, which I never cover Red Ball, right guys? Why did Delaney have Brit commanders instead of... Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. What do you mean Brit commanders have... I'm very confused by this. Hold on. Is somebody... Am I... What? What? Wait. What? What? Hold, okay, anyway, we have, real quick, we have some tool, President, Omicron, that, Belash, thank you for the sub, Joss, Cornels, Duffman, and Delaney, who's the Brits, as the OKW? I do want to confirm, this is an auto match game, or essentially a ranked auto match game, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, it's not a custom game. So this OKW player has access to concentration barrage? How does that work? Okay, this is gonna be a hell of a thing. Anyway, for those who don't know, there was a bug in CoH2 that allowed this, but I thought they fixed it. Maybe not, but again, it's going to be weird for the OKW to have Royal Artillery Regiment at their disposal. We also have Duffman as Firestorm. We have Belash also going Royal Artillery. Omicron is going Mobile Assault. And then also another Royal Artillery Regiment. So 3 Royal Artillery Regiments. One of them is evil, or at the very least, Axis. Conscripts opening fire on Sturm Pioneers. Nice kill on the MG. President Very Strange is going to be driven back. Can he kill the Sturm at the very least? Focus. Focus. No. Infantry is going to just start holding them back. Hopefully getting some kills on the MG, on the Volk squads, etc. Maybe stop the MG. Doubt it, though. Very Strange some tool being pushed back. We do have some caches going down. So interesting to see there, or so early in the game, especially when this side is not really under Axis control. He's like, I don't really have that much territory, and yeah, let me grab that. Okay, sure. Infantry section via the Brits, which, by the way, again, we have 3 Brits, maybe 4 with that commander choice, and Soviet versus 2 Ostier and 2 OKW. Let's see, mortar teams are firing from both sides. Looks like the Joss player is going double MG and double mortar, which is quite a lot to deal with. British player, though, coming on the flank. MG setting up to stop him, so not going to make much headway. Oh, never mind. Infantry section actually was able to exploit the MG's repositioning and advance. The MG's going to set up, but he's just going to walk around. The other MG will be suppressed, maybe? And yeah, they'll be sent back. Again, I am so curious on this. So, the Germans are... I mean, most likely, they'll have access to the Valentine and the Sexton. Which, very weird for the Germans to have mobile artillery of a higher, of a higher damage potential than a Stuka. So, that's... And also, they can take a shot. Meanwhile, infantry section going to push into... killing that cache that was built earlier. Some tool building up defenses. Gone conscripts, MG, mortar. Your basic assortment. OKW is trying to rush on in. But oh my god, what happened? He has nothing. What? Did he lose men? No, he just hasn't been building anything. Delaney's saving on up for what? He has a medical building. He has, I'm assuming, a mechanized building, or... I assume mechanized just because fuel's not that high. I mean, maybe he could save up for a panzer headquarters, Now he's getting a support gun and MG. Okay. Well, honestly, Subdual's in a decent position because he has more men and he has a good MG line to hold the front. So I think he should be relatively okay. Sure, you still have Duffman over here, but overall they should be fine. Meanwhile, it looks like Duffman is sending more men over to the left. With Firestorm, I would be really shocked if we didn't see some MP40s on these guys. Again, the reason is that way you get smoke, you can rush through the enemy defenses and MG lines, so yeah. MG suppressing Volk squads, conscripts trying to focus on the Sturm. Nice Molotov right on him, burning the Sturm Pioneer alive. Not enough HP, he's going to go down. Yeah, good retreat. MG's going to need to move up. Infantry as well pushing on in. Brits laying down a mortar pit and trying to just lock this territory down as much as possible. Okay. Again, my biggest fear, though, is what are the allies... I mean, like, if he deploys a Valentine tank. Or the concentration... You know what? No. Valentine tank, the allies can most likely contend with, right? They can get AEC, they can get, you know, an SU-76... something like that to contend. My actually bigger concern would be the concentration barrage because it requires 4 command points and a platoon command post. Okay, so it's not gonna like activate and then like the enemy essentially is using the enemy's using the allies' own like artillery. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna suddenly take up. That was a fear that I had. Somehow it would take over the available company command post or platoon command post, which in this case would be the allies' own artillery. Conscripts pushing on in. Something blew up over here, not sure what. But they're pushing on in. Maybe they try to build some cover or something like that. We do have a big flank by Bellash over here. Infantry section, which he doesn't have a lot of, but he is exploiting the territory on the right. Might get a pick with some grenadiers right here against Joss, which would be a nice little win. We went joint operations. We also have an Elephant Doctrine being Jaeger armor. Again, lots of mortars and MGs, but not a lot of frontline troops. And if he kills the grenadier, which I would be shocked if he didn't. Come on. Oh my god. Really? It actually lived? Oh my lord. That should not have happened. But, suffice to say, Joss gonna need a bit more front line. Panzer Grenadier will go a long way to help him, but it looks like he's also upgrading. Yeah, the battle phase 2. Fuel-wise and resource-wise, the Allies are actually doing pretty well. Judging by the map, it makes sense. They have pretty much the right side under their control. Bunkers placed, so Joss is really locking down mid. They have gone with the strategy of holding a quarter of the map to win this game. Sure. That's a bold strategy. That's a bold strategy. But will it work is the question. Well, let's see. AT guns push back. Volk squads are moving on into mid. Having a rough time. Oh, infantry section pushing in. MG, bad repositioning. Or, at the very least, the MG that maybe would have watched that area got killed, so they repositioned it. So, now the Brits have an MG42. Very cool. Also, officer being brought in, which, by the way, someone brought in chat. Greyshot, why didn't you get the assault officer? I forget. Sometimes I forget to just get this thing. Although it is so good. Look at the artillery flares. He'd even have to... Again, he can fire it from so far away. It's so good. So now artillery will hit that position. Be better if the base... Oh, he does have both bases. So both artillery guns open fire on that. Oh, you know what? He does have early warning. So, I guess the the OKW Brits will have... unkillable recon of some sort. Volk squad very low. Does get picked off by either Baylash or the Soviet Sumtool. Whoever killed it, they did kill it. Which I don't think Delaney has that big of an army. Not really. So that's good, at the very least. Grenadiers trying to hold the line. They do hit the mortar. Probably will need to go back for reinforcements. Forward base over here. So they could go back there. And at least he has it on the retreat, so the infantry section can run back there rather than running all the way back to base. Grenadiers being driven back across the board. Good grenade. Good grenade. Again, MP40, so they get grenades. Panzer Grenadiers get a good wipe on that. Nice counterattack. Infantry section going to try to hold. Might be a little hard to deal with. Bundle is thrown. Doesn't really get a hit, and he'll run away. Unfortunate, but hey, there's a sniper right here. He'll slowly wear down the Panzer Grenadier squad. Better to retreat. Though, a lot of Volk squads coming on in right now. Royal Engineers, you may want to run for your life. MGs, though, set on up. It is the MG42, so President Very Strange is like, fine, you want to take some Brit equipment? I'll take some German MGs and hold back your blob. Grenadiers opening fire. Again, they're so low on health that they can't hold. But that was most of the German offensive capabilities. Now they have to rely on the mortars and MGs to hold back the British counterattack. But they're not set up properly, or they're being hit, forcing the enemy to retreat. That retreat's a little... again, walking away might have been better, but then the mortars got a nasty hit on target, so good job. So, good artillery so far. Some tool going terror tactics. Pretty damn good doctrine in my own opinion. But the left is having some issues. Almost done stole a mortar. That's a pretty expensive mortar to now reinforce, but whatever. They have some defenses over here. Maybe some mines or something along those lines. Conscripts giving chase to the support gun. There's a bunker going down right here, but I would be very shocked if, like, we didn't see this die. Whether, I mean, the sniper has armor piercing rounds he could fire, pyrotechnics. Panzer IV is on the field though, so Joss is counterattacking. He did rush up for that armor pretty quickly, so good for him for getting Panzer IV by like the 11:30 minute mark. 11 minutes 30 seconds. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. I just realized in my head, like, that doesn't make sense. Bunker is barely alive, though. Was that their own support gun shooting it? Anyway, Germans hurt their own bunker, apparently. Panzer IV trying to hold back the infantry. AT is en route. We also have that Valentine tank. Question is, Delaney is using the flares. Where are they? Oh, they're over here. So British flares are being used against the Brits and Soviets. Pyrotechnics thrown. And right now, Grenadiers are backing up the Panzer IV along with those Volk squads, which are taking a number of hits from the mortars, which have done a wonderful job at causing hell. 16 kills. President Very Strange is on point with his mortars today. Infantry section trying to hold. Oh, Volk squad taking more and more hits, although MG did go down, so, you know, Brits also taking some nasty ones. Looks like on the right, all the territory that the British had kind of lost it. Rifle grenades might be in this target, so you'd be very careful on that approach. Oh, here's the Valentine. Alright, let's see how it does. Alright, maybe not as effective as it, you know, could be, but it's still holding the line. And its coaxial machine gun is actually wearing down the infantry's health, even if the main gun keeps missing. Backed up by the infantry, they do advance. Alright. No upgrades. Wait, do they have the 5-man squad? No, they don't. So I'm actually surprised the Brits have not upgraded the 5 men yet. None of them have. Oh, good Katusha, though. I believe it's Katusha. Yep, Katusha fires. Just sends them packing. Didn't get a ton of kills, but did wear down their health. Okay, great shot retreat. That got a huge grouping of infantry altogether. So there we go. Valentine doing a little bit better. Word for returning fire, though. Not as effective as it could be, but Panzer IV is going to take the opportunity to advance. Smoke drop by a support gun, I would assume. Or something along those lines. Whatever the case may be, they smoke the region, and the infantry section are going to use that to advance. Panzer IV might need to move up and, you know, help out his German allies. Right now, again, the Germans have a good amount of artillery. They have, I mean, theoretically... Wait, how does perimeter overwatch work without any artillery guns? I'm so curious on that one. Anyway. MG needs our piercing rounds to do anything against this tank. Luckily, this piece of cover, it takes the Valentine shot. Panzer IV, you could engage. I think they... Oh, my God. Okay, he does fire through. I was like, is he just going to keep clipping on the terrain here? Royal Engineer Squad is going to make sure the Panzer IV keeps its distance for a time. On the left, conscripts take the territory. Good shot. Artillery is coming on in for that sector, which will push the Panzer IV back. Excellent work. Other armor, though, is mass deploying. Panthers on the field. Brumbars on the field. What do the Allies have to counter? We have the Katyusha for our rocket artillery, but we have a T-34 in development. We have a Comet tank in development, so he's absolutely rushed that. In 16 minutes as well. Both sides doing pretty well in fuel. And a Churchill. A good diverse set of armor coming on in. Wonderful. On the left-hand side, we have infantry that are trying to push up but did get hit by a mine. Again, maybe bring up your, minesweepers first before advancing. Soviet mines seem to be the cause of the Germans' manpower issues. So that's excellent. Delaney is big. I mean, like, he has a bigger army now. And he also has armor. But he's pretty much on the defensive at this point. He has pushed up, but again, it's just not made much headway. So some tool doing a good job there. Brumbarking in the always reliable spot of hiding behind the logs so we can fire over it and kill any infantry that decides to walk into this sector. Meanwhile, infantry is gearing up for a counterattack. Mortar is still doing pretty well. 20 kills and destroying cover. Infantry section are engaging the grenadiers from a distance. They're getting some good hits on target, I would say. Artillery's coming into this sector. Can they do anything? Can they kill it at the very least? Conscripts having a rough time. Again, being suppressed, and the Volk squad's keeping the, again, between it and the MG, so they are more focused on it. It's gonna need artillery to probably kill that. Oh, or T-34. That works too. And knocks out the MG. Good kill. We also have the Churchill just making its way across, but AT is firing. Luckily, misses the T-34. T-34 is backed up by this gun. So even if it misses, this gun is so far being pretty reliable. Churchill, though, has tons of armor. Going to advance. Focus on the Panzer IV. It doesn't have the grenade option yet. It needs Vet 1. Obelsudan coming on in, but it's not like Obelsudan have AT. That's not a thing. It'll never be a thing. AT and Panzer IV push back the T-34. In mid, we have a small battle between the Brumbar and the Comet of all things. But British artillery is laying down fire. Delaney is doing early warning again, so they have, better recon on the Allied front. Again, he can theoretically deploy himself Valentine tank, though. I don't know if that... I mean, like, if he deploys Mass Sexton, I can see it being effective, but still. I don't think he's going to do that. But I could be very wrong. Let's see. Armor's... double Panzer IV, by the way. Oh, and he has actually the repair facility, too, so he can repair faster. Good for him. Good for him. Again, that is the Ford resupply station. Pretty damn sweet, in my opinion. Churchill backing on up. Axis force on left. Seem to be preparing for a counterattack. He's getting more infantry. Again, most likely to sweep. T-34, he's still firing shots from afar. So great shots, though. Does get taken up by the AT. Zisgun now trying to focus, but Obelsudan, I think, is focusing on them. Good AT grenade by the conscripts. Does manage to push the Panzer IV back, along with the AT. Again, you don't want a Panzer IV advancing when it barely has an engine working. AT has been neutralized, though, on the German side. Molotov cocktail thrown at the Obelsudan. We can down its health. Conscript retreating. Another conscript retreating. A 7-man squad's going to try to hold the line and battle it out with double Obelsudan. Will it win? Probably not. Will it at least hold? I would say so. With mortar and MGs, they'll hold. Oh, and a Katyusha, too. Focused on that man. Obelsudan take a lot of hits and will be pushed back. Come on, rockets. Maybe one good hit. And it's wiped on retreat. Wonderful Katyusha barrage. Air support, though, coming in on the German side. And both Delaney and President call in a Sexton at the same time. What are the odds? What are the odds? But yeah, we have a German Sexton coming into play. Just taking a Sexton for the Germans is weird. For them to even have it operational is even weirder. I feel like I'm playing CoH2 where I have the Martyr tank. Because that's what I'm feeling right now. But that's what's happening. Germans have it. And they're advancing. Oh, God. We'll see how well it goes. Again, this combined with a Valentine tank can make it use the artillery barrage at a faster fire rate. So now we have artillery hitting the Allied side. Where? I'm not sure. Maybe it's hitting the mortar pit. Seems to be. What else is hitting it? Oh, the LEFH. So they have double artillery right now on it. No, not the mortar pit. It's killed 20 Germans so far. It has done great work, in my opinion. I mean, the FG section have done okay. They've got a number of 5 kills. Let's see. Some tools. Best unit has 14 kills. Let's see. Baylash, best kill is not much. He has no real high kill counts. Grenadiers also not doing. Brumbar not. Ugh. No one has high kills. Nobody. Panzer IV is 10. That's not saying much. This one has 12, but it's currently under AT fire from an SU-85. Duffman, you're my last hope. 12. Are you telling me a conscript squad is the most kills in this game? I mean, a mortar pit and the conscript. I would not have suspected that, honestly. With Obersoldaten and Panzer IVs and a Brumbar and a Werfer, like anything. Double Churchill is also in play, so he's really doubling down the armor. Pack 43 would actually be very good if it wasn't for all the artillery. British are launching an offensive on the right, pulling all the armor. He's also building a reinforced repair bunker. Again, try to get that armor back to operational status even quicker. On the left, we have a small conscript counterattack, but I don't think they're making much headway. Sexton could fire again. Also, he's probably going to maybe deploy more. Our engineers trying to advance, but Grenadiers keep him away. Here comes the Comet, thanks to Bedlash. FG section, 5-man squads pushing on in. MG trying to hold him back. Now suppressing. Brumbar comes on in, hits the FG, but the Panzer IV goes down to the armor and the AT gun. I think maybe more of the AT gun. But whatever. Churchills are pushing on in. Axis are buckling right now, but they are being Fausted, or at least Churchills are, so delaying their advance. They're trying to hold. Panzer IV having a rough time. They hit a mine, I believe, that detonates and kills the crew. Jagdpanzer and Panther come on in. AT gun's still there. They need infantry as well. Sniper is about to go down thanks to the Grenadier. It does. Good kill, Grenadier. Armor's pulling back on both sides. I don't believe the Comet. No, Comet's still alive. 17-pounders operational, though facing the wrong direction and under artillery fire. Not a good combo. Panzer IV moving on over. Axis sending everything they possibly can to assist on the front. But yeah, no, it doesn't seem to be doing all that well in the grand scheme of things.
Heavy tank reporting.
Churchill pulling back. He did manage to escape, though took heavy losses. 17-pounders just out of range. He's trying to kill the 6-pounder. Makes sense. You want to make sure the Allies can't use that. FG section pushing mid, but Volk squads should be able to hold him back. Delaney bringing in another Sexton. The more the merrier, I guess. Allies can counter. They have their already 2 Sextons. But again, Germans also have an LEFH, so take that for what you will. Again, I do think it's if... I mean, like, they are hitting the mortar pit in that area, but they can easily hold and repair. Their best chance then go for something else, like, again, hitting the opposing Sexton and this, because there's a lot of movement in that sector, so you have a higher chance of getting model kills, good hits on armor, which increases veterancy very quickly. Good kill right there. That was the Sexton getting that kill. Already 2 kills and a unit down. Again, the question is, can they counter barrage? They're hitting the medical facility right now, so kind of missing that. Soviet forces are trying to take that. MG is on its last legs. I have no idea how this thing is still alive. I think he's actually laying down. Hold on. Is he laying down? No. Okay. Sorry. The shadow of that man was prominent, so I'm like, I think he's laying down. Conscript's pushing in against the other one. There's the Sexton now possibly in harm's way if Soviet forces can advance. Panzer IV took a number of hits and also engine crit. Panthers, though, and Jagdpanzer coming on to Churchill. S-25 trying to snipe it. They need smoke or something to stop the S-25 from finishing it. Although Churchill could be taken out if Duffman commits. Duffman is committing. Any armor to support? Not really. 70-pounders being remade, so he could fire left. Smoke going down. Good use by the Churchill. Again, a charge coming on in. Does he have any artillery to call in? No, he's using combat blitz, though. No mines that I can see. Churchill might die here. 70-pounder is aiming at the Panther, though. Great hit. AT grenade off. Again, diving up to here makes sense. Diving up to there, little ballsy. Both units die, but I think Duffman is in a bit of a more precarious state because he can't get it back. And well, as you just saw, Omicron is using all that for more fuel and resources, so good for him. Werfer comes on in, doesn't do too much. Jagdpanzer decrewed, because I guess he was battling the AT gun and forgot to micro that. So, yeah, there goes a lot of armor for Duffman. Infantry across the board on the Soviet side trying to keep up its attacks. Did take over a good chunk of this side, just needs to reinforce it with some more infantry, though. Looks like he's more busy in mid. Again, looks like this is being hit. Star Pioneer getting back to operational status. Does have minesweepers for better repairs. So that's good. Volk Squad's pushing on in. Volk Squad, not Volk Squad, support gun up to Vet 3. I mean, Volk Squad's up to Vet 3, 19 kills, not too shabby. Jagdpanzer on the field, both Sextons are doing pretty well on the German side. They're constantly harassing the, oh my, no. And again, the 17-pounder dies again. Mortar Pit's still fine, even with the plane crash going kamikaze on him. Artillery hitting over here. Where's it hitting? Oh, it's hitting the Elliott page. Okay. Now Joss is trying to hold. I would recommend a Pack 43 like back here, just to fire through. But I understand why maybe not, because it's a fortification and the Brits are doing very well with artillery. Churchill's pushing on in. Can they finish off the Panzer IV is the question. Panzer IV barely alive. Maybe not. Bunker's destroyed, though. Pack 40 is not even looking at him. Weird pathfinding right there. Rear armor hit could be a possibility. Or, no, he used the bunker to his advantage. Churchill's might be swarmed here by the Stug and Panther. Rear armor. You still have rear armor. Oh, no. Oh. I was going to say, take one more hit. Immediately dies. Churchill's trying to escape. Again, plenty of armor to allow it to happen. Stug hits it. Can we... Oh, Brumbar is well being neutralized. Sexton goes down. Allied push. Devastating the Axis forces. Brumbar does manage to escape somehow. Churchill might not, but I think he's going for the other one. We'll see how this goes. Jagdpanzer giving chase. Panther giving chase. Faust... Yeah, this Churchill's done. Good attempt, but he's done. Now, another Sexton. Let's see. I just heard elephant. Oh, he can... I mean, theoretically, he could deploy it. He just needs more population. So, you know, sacrifice something. And maybe he can get it. But, yeah. It's going to be pretty rough right now for him to do that. Also, he lost his vet Sexton. The other one's doing okay. But, like, the other one, you know, killed a Sexton. So it was doing pretty good. Soviet forces managed to steal some German equipment. They're in a pretty good position. If they can get their... If Some can get his conscripts back up, I have a good feeling he'll take a side back. Especially with Katyusha support, because you can use a creeping barrage and neutralize a lot of these stationary units that are just holding and just pick them off in a row. Underrated ability, in my opinion. Really enjoy the creeping barrage. But anyway, Brumbar just kind of chilling out right there. Firefly could engage if he wants to, or the Comet. Though Comet's busy with the Panzer Grenadier squad with the MG backing him up. AT gun repositioning hit the Brumbar as well. They're just trying to keep the Axis away. On the far right, we have G section walking into a Stug line. Stugs do have the 50, no, not 50, the MG 42, so they can open fire on them and force them back. And occasionally kill a model. Main gun's more anti-armor, but at least they kill a model. German's not doing well VP-wise. Oh god, 4-1 right now. Stuka hits the Comet as well as the AT guns. Comet's pretty low, all things considered. So they need to do something. Firefly hits the Panther. Werfer gets out of there. He was in range of the Firefly for a bit. Yep, here's the Soviet counterattack. KV-8 burning away the defenses. Katyusha hasn't even fired yet. Conscripts trying to take the territory. S-25 continuing its advance. Maybe trying to pick off, though AT guns are moving in. Some tool has to be very cautious. Though, luckily, again, Katyusha support could be called in. Conscripts trying to kill the Vet 3 support gun with everything it has. S-25 pulls back. There's still plenty of AT, though Panther does go down. There's plenty of armor coming on in. S-25 gets killed. KV-8 needs to pull back before it's too late. Artillery hitting this position. Katyusha pushes back the AT quite effectively. Does he actually kill it? No, they both retreat. Sport gun did get knocked out. Very nice. And Germans just being pushed back into this defensive line. Now artillery is hitting them as they try to repair. Which, again, repair over here. I know there's a mechanized building here, but, like, there's a whole building not being used. And this. Half-track. Does he have someone inside? I don't believe so. Maybe he's just reinforcing on the front. Oh, no. He's going to pop flares. He does that, essentially, the operation, so he can pop flares on the front. Not a bad ability, since it is camouflaged. Alright, Germans trying to take mid to stop the bleed, but they need the left side as well. Small attack there from Delaney. He's now tripling the Sexton. Oh, my God. We have a bit of a Sexton overload, honestly, from the German perspective. Also, I love in the distance the Elephant trying to advance. We did get the population for it. Hang the Comet. Half-track goes down. VP in mid gets, wasn't taken by the Axis. Comet stopped. Churchill gets hit, though not much damage overall. Germans do grab the left, so they'll stop the bleed. Although it's like 12-1 right now. It's not looking great. Or not even 12-1. It's like 15-1, I should say. Ugh. Someone in the chat's gonna be like, all right, bet on the Axis. Time to bet. Those are my odds. Artillery hits off. Oh my god, Elephant just being smashed by the artillery, and a good rocket strike by the Firefly neutralizes the Behemoth. Stug Force needs to commit to guard, but again, too much AT in general for even them, and they get neutralized. So the big Elephant's down. Stug's trying to commit. Maybe they kill a Firefly? Alright, focus on the other one. Double kill. I like those odds. I like that exchange. Artillery, though, coming on for the pyrotechnics. Just constant British artillery. And it's funny, because it's not only because of, you know, the Brits on one side, it's because of the Brits the Germans have. Which, again, I don't think he can use this. And I don't think he wants to use this. Good shot right there.
The weapon crew are, I'm afraid, quite dead.
Again, he's hitting this location, doing okay. Conscripts coming on in. There's one MG there. Proper assortment. Oh, no, he's just pushing mid. He's Uran trying to get in there. Katyusha firing. Churchill trying to stop him. Forces him off the point. What a move. Throws grenade as well. Very nice. They're going to hold the line, do what they can.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Get some good shots on target. And yeah, the Axis just could not commit enough. And it's so funny because they had all the artillery. It's insane. Oh my god. But yeah, so essentially it's a glitch that you can get that ability. And I have not seen it in such a long time. I am shocked, utterly shocked, that we actually saw it. And I don't just say that because I just made my face gigantic. Oh my god. But anyway, let's see how things go. Overview. Top damage goes to some tool. Also got 69 kills. Nice. But or 69 damage at the end. With that top damage, and also top kills, also top losses, but still, that's fine. He's Soviet. Double check on the Axis side. Delaney got top kills, and top damage goes to Joss, who, yeah, the Stoogs were pretty on point. Double check. AT guns. Omicron was the Churchills. They're pretty solid. Baylash, 6-pounder. Friendly fire, great job. Some tool was the Conscripts, 42 kills. They were actually pretty damn strong. Conscripts, they did quite a bit. When the best Axis unit is a Sexton. Right. Duffman, let's see, 63 kills with Volk squads. Cornelis, Grenadier with 26 kills, okay. And Joss, his Panzer IVs, which I thought did okay until they got routed pretty hard. But yeah, no, solid game. In an effort, the Axis cheese did not pan out. It was effective, but unfortunately, a good, overwhelming artillery superiority by the Brits showed the Germans, like, you might have one of us, but you don't have all our artillery, and that just put them in their place. Plus, again, good pushes by Some Tool, who submitted this replay. Thank you very much, Some Tool. Good pushes by him to retake his side and keep that contested. Really helped the VPs just go down so quickly. So excellent job there. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this artillery fest. But this has been Greyshot17, and I'll see all you guys next time. Hey guys, before you go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Folkvard, Aphyria, Joey G240, Ace, ShinobiWarrior, Pyroshark, Little Koosh, and Seth Kuipers. Thank you all for your incredible support. You guys rock. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see all of you next time.